Ever crammed for a test, dumped all that information onto the exam paper, and then, poof, your brain just deletes it? Like it's making room for more important things, like the theme song to a cartoon you haven't seen in 10 years. What if I told you there's a place where students seem to have a superglue-like grip on knowledge? A place where forgetting isn't an option. It's let's just say they've figured something out. We're talking about Japan. And no, it's not some magical sushi that makes you smarter. The secret isn't what they study, it's how they study. They've mastered the art of moving knowledge from the short-term parking lot of your brain to the permanent VIP garage. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you go to the gym once and lift a super heavy weight, you're not suddenly strong forever, right? You're just sore and can't reach the top shelf for a week. Japanese study methods are like going to the brain gym consistently, but with much, much lighter weights. Their first secret weapon is something we all know, but almost never do: review. But not just any review. It's like a well-timed rescue mission for memories. Imagine you learn a new fact today. Let's say, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyant. Cute, right? Your brain labels that as not immediately life-threatening and prepares to toss it out. But if you review it tomorrow, your brain goes, we're seeing this again. Maybe it's important. You review it a week later, and your brain starts building a little pathway to it. You review it a month later, and bam, that flamboyance of flamingos is now a permanent resident. It's not about long, painful study sessions. It's about smart, well-timed little nudges. Their second secret is applying knowledge, not just collecting it. In many places, learning is like being a squirrel collecting nuts for winter. You just hoard the facts. In Japan, it's like being a chef. You take those nuts and you make a delicious pesto with them. They don't just memorize that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. They use that knowledge in an experiment, they explain it to a friend, they solve a problem with it. When you use information, you're telling your brain, this isn't just trivia, this is a useful tool, keep it handy. It's the difference between looking at a map and actually going on the journey. One you forget, the other you remember forever. And finally, the big one, the power of why. Rote memorization is like trying to hold water in your hands. It all slips through. But understanding the why behind something is like being given a bucket. Why is the sky blue? If you just memorize Rayleigh scattering, it's a boring term. But if you understand that sunlight gets scattered by tiny molecules in the air and blue light gets scattered the most because it travels in short little waves, that's a story. That's a picture. Your brain loves stories and pictures. It doesn't just remember the answer, it remembers the journey to get there. So it's not about studying harder, it's about studying smarter. It's about being a gardener for your brain, gently watering the seeds of knowledge at just the right time instead of flooding them once and hoping for the best. It turns out the secret to never forgetting isn't a secret at all. It's a simple, powerful shift from being a tourist in the land of learning to becoming a local. And honestly, if it can help me remember where I put my keys, I'm all for it.